Everybody, it's Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and today I'm going to share with you my stamping video, my stamping ideas using our Willows collection, which is the collection for March. And it is lovely ideas of spring and adorable little creatures and critters from the new pots that she created for us for this line. We've got some fun stuff in here, and we have 4 stamp sets this month because we have a couple. We always have one in the Deluxe Journaling Kit, and that is this cute washi strip one. We have an extra one in the Creative Kit this month that works with our little lily pad stencil as well. I'll show you that. And then we have the 3x4 set that is in our scrapbooking kit. This is a really fun one. I think that this one isn't necessarily just like spring related or theme related. This is a great universal set that I think you'll use over and over in your journaling or in your memory keeping. And then we have a 4x6 set that is our stamp subscription, and it is the adorable critters and so many great ways that you can make scenes with those. All right, so we're going to start with, actually, let me show you the colors that I used. So for this month, I used the Stamp Market Meadow, the Citrine, Gumdrop, a little bit of blush pink, the Coastal, and then of course my VersaFine for the black. And I don't recall if we're out of stock on these or not. We should have all of these in stock. If we're out of stock on this, I know I have more of this coming in very, very soon. So be checking for that. And then also in the Creative Kit this month, we have one of the Tim Holtz Distress inks in the Maude Lawn, and that's a beautiful green as well. So that came with the Creative Kit with the stamp set and the stencil. So let's start with the Scrapbooking Kit set. And the way this is structured is you have a tag, you have a couple of different things that you could stamp in the tag. Of course, you can use the tag blank and you could write in that, you could stamp that on pattern paper and make a die cut tag out of it if you want to. Of course, you can stamp this with any of these and cut them out and make them into die cuts. It would be really cute to layer on in your journaling or layer in your scrapbooking or memory keeping. But so you have the tag, you have these 2 inserts. The one is the where and the when, and then the other one is this small block. And the way that you can use that is you have these adorable little icons. So you have a TV, you have a little movie, I don't know what they call that thing, but they use it in movies. There are books, and then there's a little sandwich. And so you can use these as little captions. You can layer them. You have snack, movie, book, show, food, dine in, dine out, on the menu, favorite, rated, and then so yummy. So you can combine all those and layer them and create these fun little things that I think are perfect to add with your journaling. So we have the where and the when, and I did dine out as the where, or here I did the where, I did a movie with the little icon. And then you could just use a roller stamp for the date on those. And that would be very cute. Just a cute little added. You can do it with the colors here. You can see where I did it with the black and a color. And then like this one here, I have the little sandwich with the on the menu and the dine out. I have the dine in with the favorite and then added the little so yummy on there. Same idea with the TV. You do favorite show if you're doing lists or if you're tracking in your journaling at all. And then I have the little rated. So if you had a lot of people like to keep a journal about books they read or movies or shows that they see, this would be really cute to do that as the little header for each one. If you don't want to use the tag, you can of course layer these together without the tag as well. So you have the favorite book with the little books icon, the little sandwich on the menu favorite, or snack, or layer it with the So Yummy and then the rated as well. So they will all work together that way. And like I said, I think this is a great versatile set that you're gonna just kind of have in your stash to use all the time. All right, let's move on to the stamp subscription. Like I had mentioned, these little guys are so cute. And there's, with all of the little lily pad scenes in that, you can, or pieces, you can create these great scenes. So I used our cute little froggy on his rock with one of the lotus blossoms here, and then the Hello Spring. And then here you can see where I did Let's Live in the Moment with the two little froggy guys. I added the Spring Whispers of New Beginnings. Kind of did that because it has that curve to it. I thought that was cute. I did that here with two of the pieces. So I layered this one and this one together and then added the little dragonfly. I thought these worked, the dragonflies worked really well with that curved seine because it looks like they're just kind of, that's trailing behind them or between them. Our little tadpole frog guy, so he's kind of a frog, kind of a tadpole. I don't know, he's kind of in that middle stage and he's falling, and it says Let's Live in the Moment, which I think is cute. We have our other little froggy baby, and he's Let's Live in the Moment. He's stacked on there. And then you can actually mix the colors as well. So I did this one where there's the little critter peeking out from under one of the lily pads, along with two of the little frogs. We have our beautiful heron here. I don't think that's a crane. I think he's a heron. And it's Let's Live in the Moment, and then layered with all of the different lily pads together, the lotus blossom, and then our little froggy guy in there as well. So you can stretch that scene out. You can make it as big as you want. Here's another example of that, where I grouped our little mouse or our little rat there having his coffee or tea, and then the larger dragonfly with the Hello Spring. You can see where I layered these in here with some of the sayings, some more. Let's Live in the Moment. He's got the little rock is above that with the lotus blossom. And I thought that curved in there so well. And the same thing here, I did that twice. And again, with these little pieces, you can make a huge scene and layer all kinds of stuff in there. I had the little spring, or the Hello Spring, and then the smaller dragonfly on there. And you could just keep going and going. So it would be really neat if you have like a notebook and you went across the whole bottom, would be really, really fun. Or divided a section that way. So I could see a lot of different ways that you could use these and layer them. All right, now we're gonna talk about these other two pieces. So the washi tape one is pretty self-explanatory. So if you want to keep real minimal bulk down, or you have something in particular that you want it to look like washi tape, you don't have a color that works with what you're working on, or you don't want to carry around a bunch of rolls of washi tape, this stamp set will come in super handy because it's meant to look like a torn piece of washi tape. And you have two different ones, and so you can stamp the inside in a color. You can do the outline in another color to give contrast like I did here. You can offset it a little bit. I love that look as well. And then you can always layer in a pattern. So the colors are endless. You can do just the outline. You can do the outline with the pattern. You can do the outline with the fill and the pattern. You can do all of those ways you can mix and match. So it's a great little way to create washi tape in your journal. And that was in the Deluxe Journaling Kit. And then we have this set. So you get the two-step frog, two of the lotus blossoms, and then one of the lily pads. And then you get this stencil. So this lily pad in the corner works with that stencil. And then the two smaller lotus blossoms work with those 2 stamps. And then, of course, our little froggy is a 2 stamp technique. So I did a little bit of this just to kind of show you some of the different ways that you could use the stamps, that you could use the stencil. We have these blending brushes in the store, so you can use these. I've shown you these before. These you can get just from Amazon. You can get a whole set. But I do find I really like this one because it's nice and small. So I can do these small areas without having to mask too much off. I like the way that that works. You can clean these. I use one of the stamp chamois. We have these in the store as well. And I keep it wet and you can just clean your brush that way. That works as well. So as I said, you can use these. You can turn it. You can use them any which way you want. You can layer them. But then this one here, you could use your stencil, use your brush, and layer that down, and then stamp over top of it with the darker color. Or you could do the same color. You know, you can play around with that. You could even do it in black if you wanted super high contrast. You can also use these just on their own. Same idea. I did kind of that blush pink is very, very light. I probably would use a more contrasting one to stamp, but it was okay. I wasn't going to redo just for that. So, but you can stamp it on its own, obviously. And then you just kind of keep layering them and layering them. And you have all of these fun little bits. The little frog is absolutely adorable. I recommend stamping the interior color first and then the black over top of it. I feel that that's a little easier. Some people go the other way. I feel like that's a little easier. But he is super cute when you do that. And then you give him so much more depth, I think. But another example of how I did that is you can see here where I layered some of those. And this one I did go with the higher contrast and I used the black outline. That is actually a little sticker, but you can see where I stamped him here. I added in, there's actually a couple rub-ons. So you can see how fun it is to layer all of that stuff with your die cuts and your stickers and your stamps and your rub-ons. So it's a lot of fun to do that, and you can mix all of that together. And again, make these really fun little scenes. And what I like about when you use them together, so you have some that are stamped and you have some that are just stenciled. The areas that are just stenciled, you can still write in, and it'll be legible. So you can almost create, especially with these larger ones, you can almost create sections for you to write in. So I really like that as well. So that is a look at all of the fun and creative things that you can do with the stamp sets from this month's Willows collection. As always, I encourage you to grab a bunch of colors, grab your stencil, grab your blending brush, and just have fun and play. Grab some, sheets of paper and just sit and play with it. Have fun with it. Don't immediately sit down and try and do a project. Get used to the techniques that you're working on. Get used to that stamp set and how you want to play with it and what looks good and the ink colors that you want to use and what layers well together. Take the time to play and stretch your creative muscles and just enjoy that part of